Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello guys, today we are going to make English project about
Internet and AI. Before we that, we will introducing ourselves. My name is Salsa Biladi Panggraini.
and I am Aurelia Anwariski Gunawan.
Let's make this try, guys.
Hello guys, I'm Aurel, your host for today's podcast. Today we are going to discuss about the what is internet. But before that, let's welcome our special guest, Diva.
Hello guys, let me introduce myself. My name is Salsa Biladi Panggraini, usually called Diva. Today we are going to talk in depth about internet.
We use the internet so often it's hard to imagine life without it. We've grown used for studying, shopping, entertaining, and most importantly, communicating with friends and family.
But have you ever wondered what is the internet usually is? Many people use it every day, yet not everyone understands how it works uh, behind the scene.
Let's start with the definition. The internet is a global network that connects millions to computers and devices around the world. These devices communicate with one another using communication protocol, the most important which called TPC or IP.
In simple terms, internet allow us to exchange information quickly on matter we are as long as have an internet connection. We can and message, watch video, attend online classes, or even work remotely.
That's amazing, isn't it? The internet has become an essential part of modern life.
By the way, Aurel, do you know when the internet actually began?
Oh, please tell us more.
Its origins go back to 1969 with something called ARPANET, which was originally developed for research and military purpose in the United States. It later evolved in the Internet we know today after Bernard Clifton, the World Wide Web around 1989.
Wow, it's a talent actually began around a long time. So how actually those internet were connecting us to people on the other side of the world?
In simple terms, the data we send is broken down to small packages, which travel through cables, or wireless signal to a destination server. There, the packets are reassembled into competent information, which is why we can calculate website or stream video so quickly.
Ah, I see. So it's kind of like packet delivery, broken apart and put them back together at the destination.
Exactly. That's a pretty accurate analogy.
Now let's move on to the positive impact. What do you think they are?
The internet has many positive impacts on society. The most noticeable one is that communication has become faster and more efficient.
That's true. It also boosts productivity. Nowadays, many people work from home and we can even study online.
Especially for students like us, the internet makes it much easier to access learning materials and expand our knowledge without limit.
It's also helped boosting a lot, right? Even small and medium enterprise can sell online and reach much wider audience.
Exactly, that's one example of how the internet opens up now economic opportunity for many people.
But besides the positive impact, the net also has negative one, doesn't it?
That's right. Uncommon issue is internet addiction. Many people and spend expensive amounts of time of social media or online games, which can reduce productivity and affect their health.
There are also the issue of misinformation or fake news. Not all information on internet is accurate, so we always need to verify it before believing or sharing with others.
Exactly, Aurel, and perhaps most incoming of all is cybercrime. We can steal our personal information, spread virus, and when drain our money.
That's why we need to be very careful when sharing personal information online, since it can be misused by irresponsible people.
So how we can use the internet wisely?
First, we need to use it responsibly. Always think before posting or sharing something online.
Second, protect your personal information by using strong password and avoiding suspicious websites or links.
Third, don't spend too much time online. It's important to balance our digital activity with real world activity, such as exercising, studying, and spending time with family.
And finally, always check the credibility of information before sharing it with others.
Wow, today's discuss was really engaging. We hope everyone now has better understand of what is internet, its benefit and positive impact, negative impact, and how to use nicely.
Absolutely. Thank you to everyone who listened to our podcast until the end. We hope the information we share has been useful to all of you.
See you to next or exciting chat, guys. Bye
See
bye.
you guys. Hi guys, welcome back. This time we are switching roles. I am Diva, your host, and Aurel is our special guest. So, what are we going to talk about this time? Yep, AI. Early we talked about the internet, which was really exciting, and now we are moving on to AI, which is just exciting and being talked about everywhere right now. But before that, let's greet our guest. Hello, Gabriel.
Hi Diva, that's right. AI is a topic that never runs out. There's always something new happening every day.
Exactly. So, Aurel, when was the first time you felt like, wow, AI is really part of my life now?
Honestly, it was when I was starting to use ChatGPT to help with my college assignment. I used to think AI something distant like those robot movie, but turns out it's already right here on our phone.
Same here, especially since we are information system student. We are already pretty close to technology. But in your opinion, does AI really help you as does it just makes us lazy about thinking for ourselves?
That's such a dilemma, honestly. If used properly, AI can be a huge help for brainstorming, checking codes, or drafting things quickly. But if we overuse it, we end up becoming dependent and never actually learning the process.
I agree. Like when we work on our PPDB database project, AI could help give ideas for the table structure, but we still had to understand the logic behind the ERD ourselves. We couldn't just accept it blindly.
Exactly. AI is more like tool, not replacement for our brain. If we compare it something, it's like a calculator for math. It speeds things up, but we still need to understand the underlying concept ourselves.
By the way, speaking of careers, a lot of people say AI is going to replace many jobs. What do you think about that for people like us who want to work in data or database related fields?
Personally, I think it's more of opportunity that threats. People who understand how AI works and can combination with technical skill like SQL and data analysis will actually be in higher demand. So it's not AI replacing people, it's people who refuse to learn about AI who will get left behind.
Wow, that's a pretty profound point. So basically, we need to keep upgrading our skill while making the most of AI instead of being afraid of it.
Exactly. The of AI as work partner, not a rival.
Alright, then before we wrap up, do you have any message for our friends who are still hesitant about starting to learn AI?
Just give it and try. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Start small like asking a chatbot question to learn something new over time. You will naturally figure out how to use AI wisely.
Totally agree. Alright, guys, that's our exciting discussion about AI for today. Thanks for joining us, Aurel.
No problem, Diva.
See you in our next exciting chat. Bye, guys.
See you guys.